So, good morning, everyone. Thanks for, can you hear me? Yeah, I think it's very loud. So thanks for joining me. First of all, I want to apologize because my voice is not great. I'm getting a really bad cold, so that's why it sounds, not great. But yeah, first of all, I want to present myself. I'm actually from Barcelona, but I've been living the past 6 years in Berlin, where I've been working mainly in SEO. These 5 years I spent most of them in Go Euro as the global SEO lead, and recently I just moved to WebGears Group as head of marketing. It's the service provider for websites and publishers specialized in vouchers, discount codes, and deals. So first of all, that's not a talk about how to localize a website or how to do international search, or there are a lot of articles and checklists and in Google best practices. So that's not like a guidelines on how to do it. It's more how did we approach the internationalization of our company, all the mistakes we did, and all the learnings we got from that. So, okay, that was not supposed to do that. Okay, well, a bit about Go Euro. If you've never heard of it, it's a travel search engine that compares buses, trains, and flights in Europe. It allows you to book all your tickets with one click and also save all of them in the same place if you have the app. Currently, we have like full coverage. That means that we have trains, buses, and flights in 20 European countries. And the website is translated to 18 languages, 6 in the beginning of this year. So what I did there was, as I said, I was a global SEO lead. I've been working there for 5 years. So first I was focusing on the Spanish market. After that, I moved to the Southern European markets. And at some point, I joined the global SEO team, where what me and my team were doing was we create a global strategy that could help everyone. And we were helping the specialized country teams to implement it locally. My other role was something that we called Global Expansion Program. I was the manager. That was the idea to scale the process of launching websites in new countries. So how could we speed up the process? Why did we need this program? Well, so from 2013 to 2017, we managed to translate the website in 12 languages, but that was super slow. So our process was we were hiring SEO managers that were speaking the native language that we wanted to, were native speakers of the language where we wanted to go, and then they would spend like the first months translating the website and implementing the SEO strategy in the, sorry, I lost it, the SEO strategy in their market. So yeah, that was super slow. That wasn't scalable at all because if you need to hire every time someone, it takes some time. And also like there were no professional translators, but SEO managers. So we had a lot of issues with the quality and the consistency, so that was not great. So for the Global Expansion Program, we decided that we want to make it faster. So we are going to hire a translation agency because this way we don't need to hire individual people, which is also great because for some languages, it takes a really long time to hire someone because it's very difficult to find people that speaks the language and has the knowledge. And also, like you can do multiple translations at once, more than with individual people. So yeah, that was the first idea. So my first task as Global Expansion Program Manager was to decide on which languages do we want to go, find an agency, and start the translations. It seemed quite easy to do, so I just found the agency, and I thought, okay, that's fine, it's going to be easy. But well, after a week of dealing with that was me. So I was getting every day tens and tens of questions from the translators, and that was driving me insane because I had no idea how to reply to them because I never translated the website myself, so I didn't know which questions they had and where could I find the answers. So that was a really tough time. That's why if you plan to go to multiple markets at the same time, hire a translations manager as a middleman that can act between you, the company, and the translators. Every job has their specifics and like issues and challenges, and a translations manager is going to be aware of them. And it's probably they will be able to anticipate to them. Also, So me, as an SEO person, my knowledge of the copy was everything that Google can see. So that's like the landing pages, the homepage, probably the meta tags, so meta description and title, but not the things that were in the product, like in the search and in the booking part. I knew a little bit what was there, but I had no idea exactly. So yeah, that was making my job very difficult to find answers for the translators. So yeah, a legend manager will have this knowledge. But also, my next learning is that a lot of these questions that the translators were having could have been avoided with the right context. So in SEO, it's always said that content is king. So I would say that in localization, context is king. So before starting the process, I gathered a lot of documents, like a little bit of information about what Go Euro was about, some screenshots from the website, so the user journey in the website, which screens can they see, and also our guide of tone of voice. And I thought that was enough. I was like, yeah, that's super easy, it's going to be enough for them, but clearly it wasn't because I was getting a lot of questions about that. So when you work for a long time in a company, at some point, you're just so inside it that that you think that everything that's happening there, everyone is aware of it. So you have your own terminology, your own processes, and you think that that is something everyone is aware. So you think, yeah, that's, for me, it was like everything was super obvious. So yeah, you have to translate that, that's super obvious, everyone should know that. But the external people have no idea about that because they are not there every day. So that's why you need to provide the right context, especially with polysemic words, because that can be very tricky. For example, from and to. From and to can mean a lot of things. In English, you can use them for like going from A to B, from 9 to 10, from 10 euros to 20 euros. So that can have a lot of meanings. But in other languages, having like from, if you don't know what the context is about, it's a nightmare because you don't know how can you translate that. My favorite example is, so Go Euro was with partners. That means, for example, Deutsche Bahn or Trenitalia or Renfe, like train companies or bus companies. These are our partners. And in our USPs, wanted to say that we work with more than 200 partners. So yeah, the Russian translator saw the word partner and translated that to lover. So in the end, we had live in our website for 2 weeks in the USPs that Go Euro had more than 200 lovers. Yeah, that was live until a developer, Russian, saw it and made us change it. But yeah, that's why you always need to save some time for a linguistic QA. So after you have translated the website and you have deployed the translations, you need to save some time for people, native speakers, to review the website and check if everything is translated right. Because, sorry. Yeah. So the original copy we had was in English. So people were translating from English, and English is quite a simple language compared to others. So we had the issue, for example, with the word travel. Travel in English can be a noun, it can be an infinitive verb, it can be an imperative, it can be a verb in present, but and it's always the same word. But travel in other languages, you can write it in very different ways, and each of them has a meaning. So yeah, that was, so if you don't review it, maybe you are using one word that doesn't mean what you want to say. So you need to make sure that the translations are fitting with your copy and are communicating the message you want for the user and making sure that the user intent is clear.